There's a very interesting technique in the book, The 5 Second Rule by Mel Robbins, where she describes simply counting backwards from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then when you reach 1, you get up and you go and you make some sort of physical movement. You start taking action, one small step at a time. And this technique is actually effective if there's something that you need to do and you find yourself procrastinating, finding it hard to get out of bed. This technique is effective because she says that when you count backwards from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it has a way of quieting your worrying, anxious mind. And a lot of times, especially in the morning when there's a lot of things that you need to get done, it can be really hard to get up because you're overthinking things, you're anxious, you're worried, you're having the whole analysis paralysis, and so you don't want to get up and do anything. So when you count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it has a way of quietening your mind. But not only that, at the same time, it has a way of focusing your mind. It has a way of getting you to focus on your goal, on the task at hand that has to be done at the same time. And then when you reach 1, what makes this really work is when you actually physically move and get up, you start a sort of chain reaction. She says that once you take care of one step at a time, one small task at a time, you go on to the next and to the next, and the next step becomes more and more obvious. And before you know it, you've done so much, you've already well on your way of accomplishing your goals. The trick really is just to get up and start moving. Energy, emotion stays in motion, so the trick is to just get up and go. And so if you do have something that you need to do and you're finding it hard to get up or have the energy, a lot of us don't have the luxury to wait around all day until we're in the mood to get up and do things. A lot of us has to start getting up early in the morning and start getting things done. And so if you're not in the mood to get up, try this technique. Count backwards from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up, go. And I was thinking about this technique. What about goals? What about desires we want to manifest that seem so far-fetched or hard for us to believe, but yet we still want to manifest them, and we don't know what to do next. We don't know what the next obvious step is. So I was thinking about it, and I realized there is a technique that I learned from this book called The Kaizen Way by Robert Maurer, PhD, a book I read a little while ago. And as I was going through it, there's actually, you could take small steps, infinitely small steps. I mean, totally small. He was giving examples like if you want to stop overspending, remove one object from your shopping cart. If you want to begin exercising, just simply stand. You can do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand. If you want to manage stress, you can just once a day note where your body is holding the tension in your neck and your shoulders. Another example is if you want to keep the house clean, you can just pick a certain area in your house that you want to keep clean for that day. Just really, really, really tiny small steps. No matter what it is that you want to do, there's always some kind of really tiny small step that you can take, even if it's just simply standing, even if it's just simply writing down the list of your goals that you want to manifest, or the different ideas that you have. Some sort of movement, some sort of action, no matter how small. And the reason why taking super small actions like this is effective is because it bypasses the amygdala, that fear response that we have when we want to manifest something that's so big, and it activates that fear response within us. And so when so we don't want to. We have that whole, like I said earlier, analysis paralysis, where we don't know what to do next. But if you just simply do one tiny little small little action, no matter how small it seems, even if it doesn't seem like it's enough, it is enough, because that's enough to start getting the ball rolling. That's enough to start a chain of events, no matter how small. A little spark can cause a wildfire. It just takes one step to, that famous saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So just think of it like that. No matter what goal it is, try to bring down the steps, the tasks, as small as possible, no matter how infinitely small the task may seem, even if it's just simply standing up when you want to work out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It quiets your worrying mind, it helps you focus on your goal, and it gets you up and starts that chain of events. So if you do know what to do, get up and start doing it. But if you don't know what to do, think of the smallest task that has anything to do with manifesting that desire, even if it's just simply standing up, even if it's just simply removing one item out of your cart if you want to spend less money. No matter what it is, there's a tiny little small little step you can take, and do that small step, and notice how the next step will be obvious to you, and the chain of events will begin, and you'll start to get that ball rolling. You'll start to manifest desires and accomplish goals.